and welcome to Trains in the Attic and my Easter quiz. Definitely Easter, it's out on the screen, just there. I hope everyone is well, and I'll let a few more people to join. Feel free to say hi in chat if you're there. And we actually have prizes. If you're watching this not live, you can still enter the quiz. All entries need to be received by Saturday at midday for a chance to have a chance to win the prizes. And talking about prizes, we might as well see what the prizes are. So if I press, no, that's not the one. That's the one I want. So if I press the correct buttons, we can see what's up for grabs today. All the prizes have been kindly donated by Foreground Models, so a big thank you to them. So for third prize you could win is 2 of the Foreground Model sheds. Eventually I get around to making Mum to build these, but you have a good third place prize. So that's third place. Second place, last week on Wednesday I built a platform, so I got to platform section. We have a platform end and we have a platform canopy, so that's second place prize, that little pile there. And then third place prize is a nice little pile. So you have lich gates, gravestones, walls and St. Michael's Church. So all these models have been donated by Foreground. So a big thank you to them. And let me find my magic button. So it's PC no me. So I'll go through the questions and the rules, and then I'll go through them a second time. So let's start the quiz. Try not to put the answers in chat. You'll need a piece of paper and or something else to write down the answers. So that didn't do anything. That should. So Easter quiz rules. All entries need to be received by midday 23rd of April, and that's British time. My decision is final, and by my decision I mean Richard's. All entries need to be emailed to trainsintheattic@virginmedia.com. If you want for glory but don't want for prize, please put it in for email. Prizes will be given to the winner, then runner up. So if the winner doesn't want the prize, it will then be handed down for the line. So it would be second, third, and fourth person. So well worth it. Some questions have additional points for additional answers. Let's have some fun, so feel free to chat in chat. And there's 30 questions on 6 different topics. So let's go on to the first question. So for the first 5 questions are all based around Trains in the Attic. All questions relate to Trains in the Attic videos or supporters. So all of these are related to Trains in the Attic. So the first question is, on the video South Knots Model Show 2020, on the layout crossbar, why couldn't the cricketers find the cricket ball? Hi Christopher, good to have you there. So that's our first question. If you're playing this back, remember you can pause the screen to copy for questions. Second question. The prizes that we are giving to the winners of the quiz were donated to Trains from the Attic by whom? I've already said that today, so if you go to the beginning of the video, you'll see that one. And a big thank you to them for the donation. So let's go on to the next question. As we all know, I model in different gauges and scales, but can you list them? You can get additional points for each answer. Some of the scales / gauges might have different names. So if you want to put down a gauge rather than a scale, I'm quite happy. Or if some of the scale crosses into the gauges, again, I'm quite happy there. So each answer you get a point. And I need to check how many I do. Then question 4. When I had a trip to the model shop A2B Models in Matlock Bath, where else did I visit and suggest for your family to visit? And A2B Models is a great model, so have a trip to Matlock Bath if you're in the area. Better during the week than the weekend. And then the last Trains in the Attic question is, as we all know, during lockdown and since lockdown, model shows have been cancelled. But where was the first model show I visited after the lockdown? Reading this question, there's 2 possible answers, so I'll be quite happy for either of the answers. So that's the first 5 questions, Trains in the Attic. So if you watch my videos, they should be easy. If you don't watch my video, you can go back and watch them. Good way for me to get to view additional views. Next one, art. All the questions in the section relate to art in some way or another. So all of these are arty questions. And of course I get to email during this. If there was only some way to say do not disturb. So let's go into the first art question. Question number 6. Name 3 London art galleries / museum. By London, I mean anywhere within the M25. For people outside the UK, the M25 is a big motorway that runs all the way around London. For anyone who is not from the UK, a motorway is what they call a highway in the US, but we drive on the correct side of the road. That isn't pointed towards anyone in particular, but hey. So basically, name me 3 London art galleries or museums. That's art museums within the M25 boundary. So let's go on to question 6. Previous people have said I've been a bit easy, so this year I've been a bit hard. So question 7. What size was the film normally used in an SLR camera before they were replaced with digital sensors? So I'm looking for what the standard film size was. So what do people think of the questions so far? So let's go on to the next question. So what was the Tate Modern Gallery in London before it was turned into a museum? Yeah, I've been there several times and it's a really amazing museum. This is actually the London Eye, and I took it on my old phone. I get that very nice and challenging. That's what I like to hear. So, question 9. Got to get Doctor Who in here. And this picture is a bit of a clue. In Doctor Who Season 5 with the Doctor and Amy Pond, which artist was the main focus of one of the episodes? So I'm really going all over the place this time. He's actually quite famous in the place that this photo was taken. So we've got 6 people out there. Good to have so many people watching. And I hope people watch and answer later on as well. So question 10, the last art question. I also love architecture, and at times art and architecture become one. To me, the best example is Gaudi unfinished cathedral. But where is it? I want both the country and the city. And this picture here is from the student union a few years ago. We had a beach party, so people decided to make a dog. So that's the end of the art questions. And you can see why I'm giving you just under a week to get your answers to me. So, my degree. All questions in this section relate to subjects I visited in my degree. My degree was on digital film and screen art, and that little robot on the screen is Rover, one of my projects. So, he's now stored in a box, but that's all these questions related to my degree. So, in my degree, we worked with images a lot. So, how many pixels are there in a HD image as displayed on a modern television? So, this is quite challenging. But if you know the information, it's a simple times. So, this will be something you will easily be able to look up. And what we actually have here is a green screen setup. We're doing a project and we wanted to see what it would look like, so we were capturing the data into my laptop and then outputting it onto a big monitor so the producer could see what was going on. So, next one. What is Dada or Dardenism? This was something I found really interesting in one of the topics we studied. So I thought, let's see what people know about it. And if you're planning to cheat, the Tate Modern have a good bibliography of all the different art movements. But I want to know what this one was in particular. So this one here is one of my projects. This was how I lost my data, and this is one half of the projects. The project here, we got a couple of Raspberry Pi, one down there, one down up there not doing what it was meant to, and on the other side of the wall we had another Raspberry Pi with a camera and a big red button. The concept of this was to press the big red button, it take a picture, then it gets sent across the network to this screen here, whereabouts it would display the image randomly. So, a few of my projects have used Raspberry Pi single board computers, but what is the main programming language for them? I know that some people will come up with things like assembly and that kind of stuff, but Raspberry Pis have a specific programming language which is quite targeted on them. So, question 14. Where can you find a camera obscura? Also, what is a camera obscura for an extra point? If you answer this question, can you put a link to wherever you find yours, just so that I can make sure to give you the correct point? As we actually made a camera obscura in one of our classes, quite an amazing thing. So question 15. For my dissertation, I looked at Disney and how CGI affected Disney or something like that. I can't remember quite what it was. So, name one of the Disney live-action remakes of a film, and by this, I mean where they made a film in cartoon form first and then remade it as live-action, and there's been quite a few of them. And I found it quite interesting how CGI have affected that, and some of the tricks they have done to make things to look so realistic. So we're now halfway through the quiz. So the next lot of questions are random questions. There's nothing linking them. This round is any questions, nothing connecting them on purpose. So any connection is just a random thing. So, question 16. What is the speed of light in a vacuum? This picture is from one of the Cunard cruise ships. I think it's the Queen Victoria. And we were just about to go underneath a bridge. So question 17. This one will have been given by my brother-in-law. And if he answered this one, and then for 5 others he have done, those points are automatically removed, but he can still enter. So which 2 locos in the UK have been painted in police liveries? I know the answer to at least one of these, and I'll go and get the answers tomorrow when I see them. Question 18. We all know I like Lego, and some people know that I like Star Wars. So this question is, how many pieces in the Lego model of the Titanic? Set number 10294. I got to get to Lego question in there somewhere. And then question 19. When is the Goose Fair held in Nottingham? For the last 2 years it haven't been held, but this year it's going to be 10 days. So what's the range of them? Or at least I'd say it should be 10 days. So next question is a road question, as a lot of people in Nottingham seem to have trouble with this. In the UK, what should you do when you come across a yellow box junction? So if you're driving, what is suspected of you? And this is me down at John O'Groat when I was visiting one of my friends who live up in Scotland. So let's go on to the next bit. This one is trains. I asked my brother-in-law to come up with train questions. So if they're hard, we can all blame him. So first question is, where is Bow Peak Junction? I don't know, but I'll find out tomorrow. Next question is, what does RETB stand for? I think that one could be obvious. That letter. I'm not sure what that could be. Not sure what that could be, and I think that that could be something else. So let's go on to question 23. Where's the longest platform in the UK? I think I know this answer, but it's going to be an interesting question. I think he have been quite evil with his questions, to be honest. Question 24. So you can get 4 points for this one. Name a station for each of the compass points, north, south, east and west. So that could be quite a good question. And that does include tube, tram and light rail. So that should be quite a good one. Question 25. What is the heaviest train that regularly run on the UK network? That looked like quite an interesting question as well. So we're doing pretty well. We are coming up to the last 3 questions. Events I have done since moving to Nottingham. With Nottingham having 3 major venues and smaller places, seeing bands and shows is easy. Let's have a few questions about what I have seen. And I have seen quite a lot. This is one of my favourite things about moving up to Nottingham, is the number of concerts and things I have seen. So next question on that. Last month I saw the War of the Worlds with Mum and Dad at Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham. One of the songs say what the chances of life coming from Mars, but what is the chance according to the song? And this is a picture from where about we were sitting. Just here we have an alien. You have a bridge that come down over here across the audience. This is just at break, and there's just been a leaf drop, so that's quite interesting and really good. And that's humongous video screens at the back. Okay, question 27. The first concert I went to in Nottingham was level 42. This was amazing. It was at the concert hall which was built specifically for music. So the question is, name 3 members of level 42. Past or present will do, so if somebody have been replaced, you're more than welcome to choose anybody who have ever been a part of a band. And this picture is the ceiling of a concert hall, as we had lights going all over the place. So, next question is, the concerts which I was hyped about going to was Human League, but they also performed songs which the whole band did not perform in. So the question is, the song Together in Electric Dreams is from which movie? And this was quite an amazing set. I'd say it was less than a metre back, but they were walking up and down it, lights effects, and over singer and band, so quite an amazing night that was. So let's go into question 29. The best concert so far have been Deacon Blue. This was amazing, but the question is, what is the name of the wife of the lead singer? And for a bonus point, how long have they been married? I know, quite an evil question. But this is from the concert, City of Love tour at Nottingham. And you can see I had quite a nice seats here. I think I was right at the top. So the last question. Me and Little Helper, the Little Helper's birthday present, went to see Gangster Granny. But what was the name of the boy in this play? So I'm meaning the character. And this here is from the Goose Fair that didn't happen last year. So they had carousel music and the goose there and a few other things. So quite an interesting thing. Then last slide, then I'll run back to the beginning and then I'll show you the prices. So we have finished, but feel free to re-watch this again. But remember the deadline. All entries need to be received by me as email on the 23rd of April, midday at the latest. You'll find out the answers and winners on the next live stream on the 25th of April at 8 o'clock in the evening. Good luck and well done. So let's go back to slide number 1, so that anyone who arrived late can see them. So let's go and do the most annoying thing, going back to the beginning. All the pictures in this have been taken by me. So quite good. How does everyone think they have done? And I hope everyone enters, even if you don't think you've done that well, it will be good. So for rules, just again, all entries need to be received by me by midnight on the 23rd of April 2022. My Richard's decision is final. Email at trainsintheattic@virginmedia.com. If you want for glory but not for prize, please put it in your email. Prizes will be given to the winner, then runner-up. You have seen that there's 3 prizes. Some questions have additional points for additional answers. Let's have some fun. 30 questions, 6 different topics. Question 1, all relating to trains in the attic, is On the video, South Knots Model Show 2020. On the layout, Crofts Bar. Why could the cricketers not find the cricket ball? Question number 2. The prizes that we are giving to the winners of this quiz were donated to Trains Infected by whom? Question 3. As we know, I model in different gauges and scales, but can you list them? You can get additional points for each answer. Some of the scales gauges might have different names. Question 4. When I had a trip to the model shop A to B models in Matlock Bath, where else did I visit and suggest for your family to visit? Question 5, as we know, during lockdown and since lockdown, model shows have been cancelled, but where was the first model show I visited after lockdown? And I said there's 2 answers I would accept. Then we have art questions. All questions in this section are relating to art in some way. Question 6, name 3 London gallery. By London, I mean anywhere in the M25. For people outside the UK, the M25 is a big motorway that runs around London. For anyone who is not from the UK, a motorway is what they call a highway in the US, but we drive on the correct side of the road. Question 7, what size was the normal film used? What size was film normally used on SLR cameras before they were replaced by digital sensors? Question 8, what was Tate Modern Gallery in London before it was a museum? Question 9, in Doctor Who Season 5, with Doctor and Amy Pond, which archers was the main focus of one of her episodes? Question 10, I also love architecture, and at times art and architecture become one. To me, the best example is Gaudi Unfinished Cathedral, but where is it? City and country, please. My degree, all questions in this section relate to subjects I've visited in my degree, and like I said, this is Rover, one of my projects. In my degree, we worked with images a lot, so how many pixels are there in a HD image as displayed on a modern TV? Next one is, what is Dada / Dardenism? Quite an interesting topic. Question 13, a few of my projects have used Raspberry Pi single board computers, but what is the main programming language used for them? Question 14, where can you find a camera obscura? Question 15, my dissertation. For my dissertation, I looked at Disney and how CGI have affected Disney or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Name one of the Disney live-action remakes of a film. By this I mean where they made a film in cartoon form, then as a live-action. Random question. Question 16, what is the speed of light in a vacuum? Question 17, which 2 locos have been painted in police livery? Question 18 is, we all know I like Lego, and some people know I like Star Wars, so this question is, how many pieces are in the Lego model of the Titanic set number 10294? Question 19, when is the Geese Fair held in Nottingham? Question 20, in the UK, what should you do when you come across a yellow box junction? Name train questions. Where is Bo Peak Junction? What does RETB stand for? Where is the longest platform in the UK? Name a station for each of the compass point, north, south, east and west. That include train, tram, light rail. I think that's all of the different forms. What is the heaviest train that regularly run on the UK network? Events I've done since moving to Nottingham, with Nottingham having 3 major venues and small places, seeing bands and show was easy. Let's have a few questions about what I have seen. So we have, last month I saw War of the World with Mum and Dad at Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham. One of the songs say, what the chances of life coming from Mars, but what is the chances according to the song? The first concert I went to in Nottingham was Level 42. This was amazing. It was at the concert hall, which was built specifically for music. So the question is, name 3 members of Level 42, past or present will do. Question 28. The concert which I was most hyped about going to was Human League, but they also performed songs which the whole band did not perform in. So the question is, the song Together in Electric Dream is from which movie? Question 29. The best concerts so far have been Deacon Blues. This was amazing, but the question is, what is the name of the wife of the lead singer for a bonus point, how long have they been married? Yeah, just checking that. Question 30, the final one. Me and Little Helper, the Little Helper birthday present, went to see Gangster Granny, but what was the name of the boy in this play? I'm meaning the character, not the actor. And there's also a TV series and the book. And then we have finished, but feel free to rewatch this again, but remember the deadline. All entries need to be received by me as an email on the 23rd of April, midday at the latest. You will find out the answers and winners to the next live stream, which is 24th of April at 8 in the evening. So if I go and press this button here, we'll find out that technology doesn't want to play. So the winner, first prize is for St. Michael Church, pack of walls, pack of gravestone, Lichgate, and pack of walls, all donated by 4 Models. Runner-up prize is single platform canopy, 2 stone straight island platform, and 2 platform ends. And third place is 2 sheds. And I got to say a big thank you for 4 Models for the donation. And I really appreciate everyone being here. Feel free to watch back the thing. And good luck. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much.